William Saliba has just committed his long-term future to Arsenal, and this might be the most important contract signing we have made in years. William Saliba has officially signed a long-term contract with the club. This isn't just another extension. This is the club securing one of the best young defenders in world football for years to come. In today's video, we're going to be diving into why this is such a huge step for Arsenal and how Saliba has transformed Arteta's defense, and of course, what this means to the Arsenal project. It's official. According to David Ornstein, William Saliba has committed his future to Arsenal by agreeing a new long-term contract. The 24-year-old centre-back has entered the final 2 years of his previous deal. Real Madrid were among the suitors, but the France international wanted only an Arsenal stay and is expected to sign in the coming days. Of course, we know that Ornstein is our oracle, and when he gives his word, is what it is. This is a very monumental moment for the club. Arsenal is not just keeping a player, Arsenal is securing the foundation for our future. We're going to look at its impact this season, why this deal matters so much to us, and how Saliba's presence can push Arsenal into glory. When William Saliba joined Arsenal as an 18-year-old from AS Saint Etienne, there were so many questions around. First of all, why is Arsenal paying £30 million for an 18-year-old unknown youngster? I know we have our reservations about Raul Sanlehi, the crazy amount of deals that he did when he was sporting director before Edu took over from him. But Saliba was one of the best signings he made in the club. There was so much talk about this young lad being the next best thing since fried plantain, and as expected, Arsenal allowed him to stay on loan at Saint Etienne, to further his football education. There was some drama when Saint Etienne went to the cup final, and I think they were like after they wanted to play the final or some crazy stuff like that. But eventually he did. When he came back, Arsenal loaned him again, but this time it was to OGC Nice, where he played consistent football in Nice and even became a contender for their player of the year. However, when he went to Marseille, a whole lot changed. He played so much football under Jorge Sampaoli. And in that club, Saliba was a monster. Played in the Europa League, played in the Ligue 1, and his minutes really helped him to come back to Arsenal. I'll just quickly go through his stats on FootMob to see the amount of games he played while he was in France. When Arsenal signed him, he played 17 games for Saint Etienne. He joined Nice in January and played 22 games for them. But in Marseille, he played 52 games. Yes, 52 games. 36 games in the Ligue 1, 6 games in the Europa League, 7 games in the Conference League, and 3 games in Coupe de France. Those monster minutes allowed Saliba to gain confidence in playing regular football in France. And when he came back to Arsenal, what did we do? Arteta moved a certain 50 million signing in Ben White to the right back position to allow Saliba to play alongside Gabriel. And of course, when he joined us officially, there were questions surrounding his adaptation based on his slow spells in France. But since Saliba broke into the first team at Arsenal, he has been nothing short of exceptional. His presence in Arsenal's defense turned out to make Arsenal one of the best teams in the league. For 2 seasons in a row, Arsenal's goalkeeper has won the Golden Glove, but it hasn't necessarily been about Raya's performances. Yeah, Raya has been good too, but the amazing work that Saliba and Gabriel have done together played a very big role in making that happen. His absence in the running, that's when Arsenal played in the 2023 campaign, showed how irreplaceable he was. When he suffered that injury against Sporting CP in the Europa League, Arsenal brought in Rob Holding to play alongside Gabriel, and that was when our title challenge derailed. We had the draw against Liverpool, we had the draw against West Ham, we had the draw against Southampton before losing to Man City 4-1, and that was it. That campaign was gone. It just proved to show how important Saliba was to the team. And just 24, Saliba has already cemented himself as a world-class centre-back. This season, he has been immense. Throughout the opening weeks of the 25-26 season, Saliba leads for clearances, Saliba leads for aerial duels, and of course, his passing accuracy from defense sits at 92%. In the Premier League this season, he ranks among the top 3 centre-backs for interceptions per game and for progressive carries. Arsenal defensive records speak volumes. 5 games played, 2 goals conceded, 1 from open play, 1 from a good set play from Dominic Soboslai. Saliba has started nearly every minute. However, when Arsenal played against Liverpool, Saliba rolled his ankle prior to warm up and he tried to continue the game, but obviously he came down on an injury, was solved by the amazing Christian Musquera, which allowed him to recuperate and get healthy when Musquera played against Athletic Club, when Musquera played against Nottingham Forest. But as soon as he was fully fit against Man City, he was brought back into the mix. And he even played 90 minutes against Port Vale in the Carabao Cup. Saliba brings calmness, composure, and authority to the back line. His ability to read the game, recover his pace, and dominate duels makes him a unique asset. He's not just a defender, he's a system player for Arteta. With Saliba at the heart of Arsenal's defense, the club can hold a higher line, press aggressively, and control matches in ways that wasn't there before. We saw what happened when they got injured in the running. Arsenal defense lead goals and our title challenge faltered. But with Saliba being fit, Arsenal looks compact, Arsenal looks calm, and Arsenal looks commanding. His partnership with Gabriel remains one of the best in the Premier League. And beyond defending, his ability to step out with the ball allows Arteta's high pressing system to flourish. He's an enabler for Arsenal's identity. Securing Saliba means that Arsenal's spine is set. With David Raya and Kepa Arrizabalaga in goal, with Gabriel and Saliba at the back, with Rice in midfield, and of course Saka and Gyökeres in attack, that's the core that has been built to compete for titles. This new deal shows that Saliba believes in Arteta's project and Arsenal's trajectory. It also sends a statement to Europe. Arsenal is not a selling club anymore. We keep our best players. Can you remember that time when it was very easy to come to Arsenal and just snap away our talent? That doesn't happen anymore. This season, in addition to the amazing signing that Beta has brought to the club, he secured a new deal for Gabriel, he secured a new deal for Waneri, he secured a new deal for Lewis Kelly, and now he has secured a new deal for William Saliba. This contract is a symbol. Arsenal are no longer selling our crown jewels. We have the likes of Martinelli, Gabriel, Odegaard, and Rice, and now Saliba, who are tied down for the long term. We can now challenge for the Premier League and also sustain dominance in the competition. Saliba's signing says one thing loud and clear. He believes in our project and is here to win. It's worth noting that defenses win Champions Leagues. Let's look at the great sides in the past. AC Milan, they had a backline of Paolo Maldini, Jaap Stam, Alessandro Nesta, and Cafu, with Dida in goal. When Real Madrid won the Champions League, they had the exciting Sergio Ramos at the back. Arsenal now have their defensive leader in the likes of Gabriel and Saliba. Saliba's commitment ensures stability in Euro's toughest competition, giving Arsenal a platform to finally push deep in the Champions League and sustain our Premier League title challenges. We saw what happened last season. After a successful group phase, Arsenal played PSV Eindhoven in the knockout round, smashing them 9-3. Yes, 9-3. Then when we went to the quarterfinals against Real Madrid, it was a very big whitewash. 3-0 at the Emirates with two amazing free kicks from Declan Rice, and of course a 2-1 win at the Bernabeu. When Arsenal went to the semi-finals and played against PSG, we all know how that panned out. The Gunners lost, but it was a very, very good game. They had a better XG than the eventual Champions League winners. But what does that tell us? It gives us confidence to go into another Champions League campaign this year to show that know what we have what it takes to go all the way. Defensive leaders win Champions Leagues. Look at histories. We have Van Dijk who has won. We have Ramos who have won. But guess what? We have our own in Saliba. His calmness under pressure, his duels against Euro's best forwards, his leadership at just the age of 24 makes him the cornerstone of every serious European challenge. With Saliba locked in, Arsenal now have the platform to dream big in the Champions League. Saliba staying at North London is very massive. Arsenal has secured one of the best defenders in the world. We have locked down our defensive future and we have strengthened Arteta's project. With Saliba, Arsenal fans can believe that this team is ready to challenge to the very top. So what do you guys think about this deal? I'm over the moon with Saliba signing for the club. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe to All About Arsenal for more Arsenal content. Until then, come on, you Gunners.